Hello, everyone, and welcome to our panels today. Again, I'm Ali Bailoun, the Regional General Manager for Visa in Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Oman. Honored to be the moderator of today's session. We're about to hear from women from the worlds of business on their journeys. This session, again, is timely. We just announced yesterday our She's Next program, or She's Next is our Visa's global advocacy program aimed at empowering women entrepreneurs through grants, networking, and mentorship. In KSA, we're partnering with Ministry of Telecommunication, MCIT, Munshaat, and Arab National Bank. And we're giving a grant of $50,000, including networking and a tailored training program for the winners. And this program will be hosted in Riyadh, covering 3 countries, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Oman. Our speakers today, they are She's Next winners of last year, and they will tell us more about their stories and their business and their challenges and what they faced throughout their journey until today, and their future, of course, plans. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our speakers, Dina Shabib and Amnah Yaqoub. I would prefer if you introduce yourselves. I'll start with Dina, followed by Amnah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Forbes, for this opportunity. We're very excited to be here today for this conversation. So a little bit about me. My name is Dina Shabib. I'm from the East Coast of Saudi Arabia. I know there's a lot of people from the East Coast here. I grew up in Khobar. My father is an ocean engineer, so I knew how to swim before I knew how to walk. We are always on the water. I love the water. It feeds my soul, so I always need to be close to the water. I think as a kid, I was always adventurous and wanted my freedom and my independence. And I think I was the kid that when they would look for me, you wouldn't find me in the backyard playing on the bikes. I was actually on the rooftops, jumping from house to house, because that was more fun. And I was always a leader, so I would take all my sisters and cousins up there with me as well. There's often like a 3- and 4-year-old up on the roof. I graduated from high school in Khobar, and at the time, my dad thought that studying computer engineering or computer science was the best for the future, so, well, he's right. But I wanted to do something else. He said, go study engineering, go to the States, do that. I said, no, I wanted to study interior design. And at the time, an interior design university had just opened in my town. So he said, if you want to do interior design, you can stay here. So I was like, no, I really want to do engineering. And I went to the States, and I got a degree in computer engineering with an undergrad and a minor in business. And I did an MBA because I really wanted to do business. And I wanted to get as much experience as possible in business during my studies. So I always had part-time jobs, multiple jobs. I remember one of my favorite jobs was I worked for campus security. Our job was to drive golf carts and pick up people from the library at night and drop them to their dorms. And I eventually moved up and became the director of that organization, and which was really cool because I reported to the police department, which was like really, really cool. First, I graduated, I moved back here. I worked in Saudi, in Dubai, in Qatar, in Bahrain, in the investment banking and finance and stock markets, until the financial crisis came and I realized it was really boring to be in banking, and I just wanted to do my own thing. And I started my own company at the time, which is Etijah Coaching Consulting, and this is now about 11 years ago.
Okay, thank you, Dina. And you're the winner of She's Next for 2020.
Yes, which was amazing.
To you, Amina, quick intro from your side.
Ali. Hello, everyone. This is Amnah Yaqoub. I'm the founder of Smartista. I'm an artist, and I'm very passionate about art. And my business is about art as well. So, yeah.
Thank you, Amna. So, Amna, since you gave a quick introductory, can you tell us about your business? What inspired you to build up your business?
Yeah.
What is Smartista? So, for everyone.
So back in 2013, I was preparing my solo exhibition for almost 2 years. Then, alhamdulillah, I did
So,
it.
art exhibition.
Art exhibition, yeah. and I prepared like 20 paintings. I did it in 2015. It's called Khafaya in Al-Khubar. So after the exhibition, it was like a dream comes true. I asked myself, what's next? There is no guidance for the artist. We don't know how to take that next step, how to register in any workshops, any exhibitions. So there is no guidance in the region about to guide the artist. So this is how Smartista ideas came up in my mind. Smartista is a mobile application. We are a marketing platform. Connect the artist with the art galleries, local and global art galleries. We have art map. In the art map, we have like 1,700 art galleries around the world, and we are displaying the artworks. And selling them as well. Yeah. So
Excellent. And Amnah, just for curiosity, so how do you paint? You want to explain?
Yeah.
How do you paint your art? So how much time it takes to paint your art?
So actually, I do maximum 4 paintings a year. I'm a trainer as well. I have a master in arts and culture management. I do some workshop in arts and culture. So it's kind of I stopped to paint. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Dina, how about you? More about your business, your story. So you went through a journey until you founded Etijah Coaching and Mentoring. What do you do exactly from a coaching perspective? Who do you deal with? Who your partners or clients are?
Okay, so Etijah is a social enterprise devoted on cultivating leadership and development in young professionals. And what that means is we do programs, so our target audience are corporates, but through them individuals get to utilize these programs. So maybe a couple of examples to make it a little bit more clear. One of my favorite programs that we do is called Ladies Who Lead, which is a leadership and development program for young professional women in the first 2-3 years of their career. There's a lot of challenges we face as women when we enter the workforce that a lot of times we're not given enough guidance on how to handle, and it's kind of left to who's your manager, who's your mentor, who's your team that you can maybe learn and pick up some skills and some tips from. So we've focused on this program, and we've been implementing it for organizations internally for their own teams. And it's my favorite program. I love it. Another program that we've done multiple times is an internship program that we do for fresh graduates, helping them gain soft skills, helping them gain workability skills, and really making employers' life easier. So when you hire someone who just graduated, they might be the smartest 4.0 kid, but they've never worked, or they don't really know, the basics of communicating, the problem solving, the creative kind of attitude. And then we just, last week, this was one of our biggest projects recently, we finished running a hackathon for Amazon Web Services, which is kind of like a business plan competition focused on technology projects.
Okay. Interesting. Amina, if you can tell me your biggest challenges. Today, you've built up the app, you've linked artists to buyers and to sellers.
Yeah. So as an entrepreneur with limited knowledge in programming and coding and stuff, for the tech startup, it was challenging to build a team of developers. Especially, I was hiring remotely. Let me give you a concrete example. The first prototype died because it built with the old coding or programming language.
Technology.
Yeah, so it was depressing, but as you know, no risk, no risk. Yeah.
Excellent.
Alhamdulillah, we passed it. We have now a new product. We rebuild it. Yeah.
Dina, how about you? Your biggest challenges? especially in founding Etijah, doing coaching and mentoring for entities?
I mean, there's challenges all the time, but I think one of my biggest challenges today I don't see them as big challenges anymore as much. But in the beginning, I remember one of my biggest challenges, and I was telling the story recently. When I decided to open the company, I went to establish a CR, and there was at that time, and I'm not sure even if there is yet, a CR for a coaching entity, like actual function of coaching. It was either training as a training center, which that was a really big project and not really what I was doing, or a consulting organization. So I thought, okay, let me go get a consulting CR. And I got all the paperwork, and I did, I prepared everything, and I went to the organization where I would do this. And I remember when I was in line, and I got to the little window. This is back before we could do things online, so you had to physically go. I had to physically go many times just to get answers on how to do this. But when I was in line, and I went to the guy, and I gave him all the papers, and he's, looking at, okay, you have everything. And he asked me, he said, is this, بالعربي, نشاط نسائي? Is it only for women? And I said, no, it's not only for women. This is a consulting company. So I work with companies. So I don't know if the person I'm going to meet is a male or a female from whichever department I'm talking to. And he said, why do you want to talk to men? And I said, I don't want to talk to men. I'm trying to open a company that can serve other companies. So he wouldn't do it. He would not open my CR. I could not get a CR because I did not want to say that it was only a female consulting company on my CR. And I ended up I was complaining to a friend who referred me to a lawyer that had done setups for him. But it ended up, I was trying to establish my company in Khobar where I lived, and the lawyer worked in Riyadh, so I ended up establishing my main office in Riyadh. Even though I actually work in Khobar and I live in Khobar, because that was the only way I could get around not having to talk to the person who was asking me, why do you want to talk to men?
So that's but again, I think with the transformation and the
yes,
vision,
no, this is not happening anymore.
Yes. So there's a lot of changes.
Definitely.
It's truly important to maintain focus and resilience throughout our careers. So my next question talks about what motivated you to participate in last year program, or She's Next? How did you participate? Do you want to talk a little bit more about it? We'll start with you, Amnah.
Yeah, so initiatives like She's Next, definitely female entrepreneurs need like these initiatives. It give female entrepreneurs confidence, motivation, long-lasting support as well.
But how did you, if I ask you more questions, Amnah, how did you apply? How did you see the ad? Were you interested? Was it different? Have you, just give me more details.
Yeah, so we saw the post on LinkedIn, and we applied. It was very, very easy to apply. I think it was last year, yeah. And after that, we were surprised when we saw the email that you are accepted to the next step. So, alhamdulillah.
Right, excellent. Yeah. Dina?
To be honest, I really don't even remember how we applied. All I remember is that we got the email saying that we've been shortlisted, and I was really excited because I like it said that it was Munsha'at that was heading it, and I love working with these entities that support young entrepreneurs, especially with women. I didn't know that Visa was one of the supporters because it was the first time that this program came out. So it was really nice to also see private sector, large, organizations such as Visa supporting these kind of initiatives. So I was excited to be part of it.
Excellent. My next question is about mentorship. I just want to know more about how did you get mentorship throughout your journey, founding the company, throughout your career? Where are you getting? Maybe you did not get any mentorship. So tell me more about it, Amnah.
Yeah, so at the beginning, I have two different mentorship. I have a mentor in art field, and the other mentor in tech startup. The art field, you need to understand your customer, your audience, and it's you need to understand the art management more, the art activities more. And I definitely I spoke to Samira Ismail. She's my mentor in art. And for the business, especially the tech startup, I spoke to a lot of colleagues. And before launching, I joined as well at Kareem company, so I can learn more. It's like a school in startups. So I knew a lot of people at Kareem, and they helped me a lot, especially my colleagues.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amnah. So Dina, from your side, when it comes to mentorship, anyone supported you throughout the journey, still supporting you or looking forward to support you for your future plans?
Definitely. I think for me, it started when I was a kid. I used to see my grandfather, Allah yarhamu, he was a businessman. He'd always travel. He had multiple businesses in different countries, and I would always try and see, how does he do this? It's so much fun. I thought it was the life, living the life. He's always traveling, running his own business. And I remember I started my first little business project in 5th grade. We were in the summer in Portugal, and at the time there were these little street sellers that sold neon bracelets everywhere. And I thought, my friends would love this. So I saved up my weekly allowance. I bought some inventory, brought it back to school when we came back to school, and I sold it to my friends. And a few days into this, I was called into the principal's office, actually, and I was told that I need to return everybody's money and take back my product. And I said, that's impossible. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to take a loss on my product. I'm not doing anything wrong. People are happy with what I've sold them. So instead, I started selling it quietly from my locker. So people would come, I'd open the locker, I'd be like, pick your colors. And then at the end of the day, you come and pick up your product and you give me the money. And I sold everything. And I think that was the first experience when I saw that you don't necessarily have to have someone that's telling you what to do. You can be watching someone. You can find someone that is doing what you want to do, learn how they do it, follow them, read their books. And I think I do this till today. So I've read books for, a lot of businessmen, women, people that I admire. And whenever I find that there's a skill or something that I lack, that I know someone that could help, you just have to go and ask. So it's not one mentor. I would say as things evolve and as my needs change, I'm trying to always identify where can I find the support.
Excellent. And you learn as you go.
Exactly.
And I think every day is a learning throughout your journey.
Yeah.
Excellent. So this will be our last question. Very quickly, at Visa, again, we're focusing a lot on digitization or digitizing the whole journey and money movements. How digitization played a role in your company or your entity in any way or form? And I'm sure this will continue. So Dina, we'll start with you.
I think it's inevitable. You have to be with the trends. Things have changed. You cannot not be digitized at this point. And I think COVID really helped pave the way for that. For us, for example, we've been running programs remotely now. We actually managed a hackathon in Egypt last year while we were completely based over here. So there's a lot of things that it's helped out with, and it's given us maybe, the world is smaller now, so we have more opportunities because you can reach anyone.
Do you have plans to get into artificial intelligence?
Definitely. Okay. Definitely. Whatever platforms are coming out, we try and utilize them and see how we can make our programs better, how we can serve the community better with all of these new tools.
Excellent. Thank you, Dina. Amnah, from your side?
As Dina said, we are working on mobile application, so it's the heart of it. And the people right now, they are if they want to search on for anything, they will go to Instagram, Google, and as you said, the AI tools now, it's helping a lot with the businesses as well. Yeah.
Thank you, Amnah. I think we're out of time. I want to thank our panelists, Amnah and Dina. Thank you.
Thank you.